Okay. Call regular city council meeting Monday, March 19th, 2018. To order, clerk call roll, please.
Alderman Putoff. Here. Ferrari. Here. Waldorf. Here. Lukosius. Radke. Here. Sapienza. Here. Payton. Here. Ballard. Here. Mayor Hall.
Please stand. Okay, no public comment cards filled out on agenda items, no presentation. We have a motion to receive the minutes placed on file.
Your Honor, I'll make that motion with one change on it. On page 2, the last paragraph, the second to last line, it reads, including one bid significantly higher than the $1.5 million reserve. That should read $1.15 million in reserve.
I will make that change.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes with corrections as noted. Any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. No financial reports. We have a motion to receive the activity reports in place on file.
So moved, Your Honor.
I have a motion and a second to receive the activity reports placed on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye. All opposed, motion carried.
Your Honor, before we move on, I'd just like to, on the back of the activities reports was a nice letter from Rosemary Redine. Again, 2 of our officers, it sounds like, saved this woman's life, so I'd like to just everybody read it.
Every day.
That's why we're proud. It's great.
Okay, is there any other discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Okay, we'll move on to committee reports. Finance Safety Services, Chairman Putoff.
Alderman Radke.
Yes, Your Honor. Total disbursements to be paid on March 21st, 2018 are $706,069.69. I move this report be received, placed on file, and the bills paid in the usual manner.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to receive the disbursements, place on file, and pay the bills in the usual manner. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Radke. Sapienza. Payton.
Aye.
Ballard.
Motion approved.
Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion to approve purchase of a new police vehicle through Shimmer Ford with governmental bid assistance with trade-in of the current airport courtesy car and reassignment of a police department vehicle to the airport. I'll make that a motion.
Second.
Who was the second, Alderman Radke? We have a motion and a second to approve purchase of a new police vehicle. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Radke. Sapienza. Payton.
Aye.
Ballard.
Motion approved.
That's all I have, Your Honor, in Finance and Safety Services.
Okay, thank you. Public Services, Chairman Waldorf.
Yes, sir, Alderman Lukosius.
Yes, tonight I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of a new electric department bucket truck from Alltech Incorporated in the amount of $140,000.
I will second that.
Have a motion and a second to purchase a new electric bucket truck from Alltech for $140,000. Is there any discussion?
Are we going to be able to use the one we're using now till that one comes in, Jim, or?
We got another one, right?
I think they have another one, a different one for us.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
The one was a 2-week deal or?
Right, and they did give another one, or it's coming, and that is free of charge. Normally, that would be a $3,000 a month rental, but since you're making this purchase, they're going to throw that in as part of the deal.
Very good.
Till delivery, probably around May 1st. For the new truck. And the new truck replaces the truck that shock ramps. Yes. Bad motor.
Any other discussion? Have a roll call, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Sapienza. Payton.
Aye.
Ballard.
Motion approved.
Next, Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion to award the 2018 NFT Street Program to the lowest responsible bidder, Advanced Asphalt, in the amount of $221,906.60.
Have a motion second to award 2018 MFT to Advanced asphalt. Is there any discussion? I see, Eric, it came in under estimate.
Yes, that's correct. Under the engineer's estimate, very competitive bids between the two. Universal was second, our other bidder. Actually, looking at their historic numbers, they had, I believe, a mistake in their bid, which would have put them much closer to Advanced Asphalt, had they had the correct number. So we are getting very competitive bids, of course, lower than the estimate.
Incidentally, the way Eric did that, it's just one bid one day and the other bid is next. I know for a fact it's $25,000.
Yeah, they,
You'll see that.
You know, because unit prices would be 15% higher, so.
Yes.
And first successful better than the second.
And then you'll see it reflected in the next bids. For the general fund street program, there's a substantial difference because of the way that we scheduled the bids of these two projects.
okay. Any other discussion? Have a roll call, quick call roll.
Alderman Putoff. Ferrari. Waldorf. Lukosius. Radke. Sapienza. Payton. Ballard.
Motion approved.
Next, Your Honor, I will make a motion to award the 2018 General Fund Street Program to the lowest responsible bidder, Universal Asphalt and Excavating, in the amount of $661,223.67.
I'll second it.
Have a motion, and a second, to award the general fund street program to Universal Asphalt. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor, this is almost $200,000 below the engineer's estimate. So that's again, as Eric said, we're getting competitive bids.
Yeah, and what you'll see there, and the reason for that difference is, Attorney Schweiger had alluded to, if you look at the second low in Advanced Asphalt is much closer to the engineer's estimate. By bidding the projects in back-to-back days, and the larger the two come in the second days, the losing contractor in day one was extremely aggressive on our second project, the larger project. So I think we've got some bottom dollar numbers there, which is great for us.
Any other discussion? Call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari. Waldorf. Lukosius. Radke. Sapienza. Payton. Ballard.
Motion approved.
Eric, do you have something?
Yeah, Chairman Waller, I do have one other item. I did see today, just wanted to provide some clarification on an article that ran in the newspaper, or is running in the newspaper, regarding projects around the area through the DOT. There was a claim in there that the airport project, the taxiway extension, wasn't looked at favorably and wouldn't be awarded again. I have not received any communication to that nature from either IDOT or Division Aeronautics. In fact, as of this afternoon at 2:45, I'll read my latest communication, was from the airport design engineer. The project is within the 5% awardable range of the engineer's construction estimate. The division intends to award this project subject to a review of bids, completion of administrative requirements, and availability and receipt of funds. If the award can be recommended, you will receive an award concurrence letter from this office recommending your concurrence to proceed with the award. This is quite normal of the process, so I'm not sure where that information was obtained, but just not to alarm anybody on this panel, the project has, to my knowledge, not been killed to this point. So.
Come on, Ben, explain it.
Yeah, and to cover Ben, it was not Ben's article. That's all.
Thank you.
Did we call roll on that?
Anything? That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
on the general fund, we're done.
Okay. How about a quick update on the east wastewater? How's that going?
Clarifier project?
Yes.
The clarifier project continues. We're nearing the end on number one.
Yeah, they're trying to get me here.
We're Yeah, and I was not at the last progress meeting, but we do hold progress meetings from time to time at the site. We will start construction of clarifier number 2. We're going to have some coordination effort as we move forward with the flood wall project, and those grant funds are received, and we execute our grant agreement and get the project out to bid and for construction. So there is going to be some overlap between the 2 projects when that happens, but we are near the end of clarifier number 1.
And how about the buildings on Water Street, the demos?
The buildings have been demolished on Water Street. We have filled the excavation. The remaining portion that needs to be addressed or dressed up, if you will, we're going to take some grindings that we've stockpiled at the Veterans Park site to cap that excavation hole and have a hard surface that we don't need to maintain with any type of grass cutting at this point. We are, Attorney Scott Schweiger can provide some information, but we are affording the owner a little bit of extra time to button up the building because we had that excavation open for so long.
Right, the opening on the side of the building that remains is still open to the elements, so we gave them 21 days to enclose the building last week. So.
What's the structural design of that building currently? It really looks like a wind could blow it over pretty quickly.
So the building, they are going to have to construct a supporting exterior wall on that side. We certainly will inspect that. The other building as a whole, we have not done a structural inspection on the remaining portion of the building. After we inspect this portion of the building, I don't know that we'll be provided that opportunity, but certainly can look into what we can do.
I was down there on Sunday and spoke with the owner, and as he was putting up the wall, the exterior walls, he also assured me that car would be towed away. So he is moving. He only works on it.
Eric, you're talking about the parking lot of Veterans, is they gonna be completed this year? Or?
No, we're gonna continue to move material there. It'll be a little while. We did officially take those 3 acres out of our farming plat. So they are out of production completely. We took them out last year, but officially have been taken out. This year we'll strip some more of the topsoil and expand that area of the parking lot. Haul some grindings in as the street programs go on, and probably next summer we'll start working towards more of a finished product and laying out a parking lot, compacting the surfaces, and then looking at paving an area, probably in a phased approach. I'll also get with Kai about some lighting for the parking area, so we'll start to trench some conduit in. But we're probably a year away from that yet.
Will there be any areas you can put in temporary parking? You know, with temporary barriers, fences, whatnot?
Potentially the end of this year. I wouldn't anticipate it for any, baseball season or anything this season. And reason being is we're going to have a lot of construction traffic in and out of that area, and I wouldn't want to open it up for any liability.
Anybody else? Anything? Okay, report city attorneys, ordinances, resolutions.
Mr. Mayor, first I'll have an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 6, Alcoholic Beverages, Article 4, Section 6-96, License Fees.
Do I have a motion to approve the ordinance as written and read?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second from Alderman Radke. Have a motion second to approve the ordinance as written and read. Is there any discussion?
Dave, you want to recite the changes in the current ordinance?
Sure, this is an update. Our Class A license, which is our on-premise license, actually gives the option of on-premise or package, will change from $400 a month to $500 a month. A year, I'm sorry, a year. The Class A1 is the distiller's license. There's only one that's been issued for the Star Union Distillery, and that is changing from $450 to $500. The Class B, which is the on-premise only package only, that is going from $400 to $500, and over 10,000 square feet is going from $750 to $1,000. And the most notable change would be the club license, which is the C license, and that's going from $100 to $500. Currently only one Class C license in the city, which is the Peru Boat Club.
Okay, is there any questions, discussion on that? Okay, we'll have a roll call, clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Prokosius.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Sapienza. Payton.
Aye.
Ballard.
Motion approved.
Next, I have a resolution authorizing execution of exclusive agreement between City of Peru and American Towers Corporation. This is for the Washington Park cell tower. Our bidding ended at noon today. We received 5 bids, 2 of which were above our published reserve price of $1.15 million. The offer is not binding currently, so I'll leave it at that. But this is to move forward and accept that American Tower Corp.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the ordinance, or the resolution? Alderman Waldorf, you've made a motion?
Second, Your Honor.
I have a motion and a second to approve the resolution as written in red. Is there any discussion? A roll call, clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Prokosius. Radke.
Aye.
Sapienza. Payton.
Aye.
Ballard.
Motion approved.
That's all.
Okay, any unfinished business?
HR Manager Kim Reese is going to provide a quick update on the weight loss competition, and then a couple other notes for some upcoming activities.
Right, so effective March 9th, we concluded the city's first weight loss challenge, and it was extremely successful. There were 32 employees that participated in the program, and there was a total of 427.5 pounds lost among those 32 employees. So that's concluded. Next, we have, starting this Friday, is a Maintain No Gain program. So for those that participated in the initial weight loss challenge and want to keep those pounds off, they can join that new program, Maintain No Gain, where their name will be entered into a drawing so long as they maintain, and their name will be entered twice if they show a loss in weight for that 4-week program. To follow that, we will, the Health and Wellness Committee decided to do another weight loss challenge, and that one will start April 27th and conclude May 25th, so that's only going to be a 4-week program. And as soon as that is over, then the Health and Wellness Committee wants to do a 5K fun run / walk, and a tentative date for that would be May 26th. And following that would be a Health and Wellness Family Fun Day. So picnic-like atmosphere, possibly some bounce houses for the kids, cookout, and some other types of activities at that time. So that's where we're at with that.
Anything else under unfinished business? New business, anything under new business? Well, we have do we have a motion to seek applicants for part-time administrative assistant for Human Resources / Clerk's Office?
At the last meeting, I believe it was presented to the City Council for a full-time position for this job for administrative assistants. And after reviewing it with the Finance and Safety Services Committee, they recommended that it be a part-time position at this point in time. And so that's where we're going to make a motion to seek applicants for a part-time administrative assistant for Human Resources Clerk's Office and whatever else is designated.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second to seek applicants for part-time administrative assistant, Human Resources Clerk's Office. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call, clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Prokosius.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Sapienza. Payton. Ballard.
Motion approved. Anything else under new business? I have one. I think the News Tribune was on a paper drive again because there's blue papers laying all over town. at houses that I know don't receive the paper anymore, so.
Gave them out last week.
I know the trouble is nobody picks them up, and they're everywhere. So, Ben, could you write it in your article that we're asking the News Tribune, once they throw out the free papers, to go pick them back up? Because it's a mess. They're everywhere, and the wind blows them out. They're in the streets. They're in yards that they didn't throw them in. I understand what they're doing, but it makes a mess. Anybody else? Anybody get a free paper this weekend? Any other new business? Petitions, communications?
Yes, Your Honor, we have a couple. First is from Phyllis Atwell of the Sunset Horseshoe League, requesting permission to hold their annual league play at Centennial Park on Thursdays from 6 to 9 p.m. from June 1st to August 31st. This will be about their fourth or fifth year.
I've done this for a long time. I move that we grant permission.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second to receive the communication and grant permission. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Next communication is from Michelle Gayetta of the Star of Rock Runners Club, requesting permission to hold the annual Women's Walk to Run clinic at Baker Lake on Monday nights in May from 6 to 7. Permission to hold the annual Kids Running Clinic on Monday nights from 6 to 7 from June 11th to August 13th. So this looks like the same program they've done for the last several years with the annual Kids Running Clinic, but it looks like they're adding a women's clinic in May from 6 to 7 as a new thing. Is that correct?
They've had that before.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make a motion that we receive the communication and grant permission.
Second? I need a second?
No, sir.
Okay, is there any discussion? Now this, what was the event, had to do with running or walking at the park last year, where they were throwing the colored chalk in the place? Now here I am back to the mess. It's not that.
No, that was a color run. A color run is a specific run that they do, and they throw, like chalk, colored chalk.
And that,
And it has nothing to do with this.
good. Okay, is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Any other petitions, communications?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Public comment, is there anybody here? Doug, you're out in the public seat, do you have a comment? No? Okay. Closed session, anyone? Motion to adjourn? Motion and a second, all in favor? Meeting adjourned.